today in practice. I mean, what was kind of, I guess, the main theme? Is it cleaning up stuff from last week? Is it looking ahead to Miami? Is it kind of a transition? How would you describe it?
It's a little bit of both. We had to clean up some things, just fundamentally, technique-wise, that we needed to as a team. But at the same time, we had to start game plan on Miami.
When you look at Miami, what stands out about their passing attack?
They have nice size receivers. They like to get physical. They'll go get the ball. Of course, Brad Kai is a very good quarterback, one of the best in the ACC.
What stood out to you about him facing him last season, and have you seen growth in what you've seen of him this year?
Maturity. He's still a young guy, but he's very mature. He's very accurate in his passes. I feel like he makes good decisions most of the time.
And Jimbo on Saturday talked about the need to have players who they want the ball in their hands when it matters most, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
In games like these against Miami, nationally televised, that sort of thing, is this when like those kind of players tend to emerge?
Definitely. Big players make big time plays in big time games. So this will definitely be a game that's key.
You made that play. I think it was like Miami's first play or second play, forcing the fumble. Do you feel like the tone of that game kind of sets the tone when you make plays like that?
Definitely, yeah, it definitely can. You don't know really what play can change the outcome of the game, but a play like that can definitely do it.
With Miami, it seems like they run a lot of underneath, especially with tight ends. You saw that against Wake Forest. Is that a good preparation, or there's maybe a few differences in what Wake does versus Miami with tight ends?
Yeah, they definitely have some similarities a little bit, but there's definitely differences in them. And of course, this will be a big game, so I'm sure they'll bring out everything they have. It'll be different. We just have to prepare for everything.
Jimbo noted that Miami did a lot of pro-style stuff on offense. What have you seen from Miami, and I guess how if so, are they different than maybe anyone else you've seen so far this year, scheme-wise?
I feel like this game completely is going to be different, not just for the defense, but for the whole team. One, because the energy level out there will be crazy. So, like I just told him, they'll bring out everything, I'm sure. So we have to cover all our bases. We have to be prepared for everything. They have really good players. They have good receivers, good backs, good quarterback, good offensive line. So we're going to have to be prepared ourselves.
With Nate out for a couple of weeks, does anything change as far as safeties, or how's Derwin been?
Yeah, nothing changes. The next guy in, he's ready to go. Whoever's the next guy in, he'll be ready to go. We're good.
Speaking of Derwin, what have you seen from him, for the first part of the season?
A lot of maturity so far on the field when he's out there playing with us. We trust him. He's confident out there. Things that you would like to see in a young player having some success out there. It's not.
Before you came to Florida State, what did you know about this rivalry, and what have you learned since you got here?
I just knew it was the biggest rivalry in the state. I feel like even a little bit more so than Florida State and Florida maybe. I was kind of a Miami fan when I was a little kid, so it was kind of different for me. But
Just out of curiosity, what made you a Miami fan?
my everyone else in my family was Florida fans, so I'm always like the underdog. I like to go against people.
Really? Even in Tennessee, they were Florida fans?
My family?
Yeah. Huh.
Do you think this is still the biggest rivalry in the state, Florida State, Miami?
Possibly. Both teams, Florida and Miami, have really good teams. They're definitely good teams this year. It's always a good game, no matter if we're playing them or Florida.
Have you seen any of the Cincinnati film to see what they were able to do in the second half to kind of disrupt high-end receivers?
Definitely. We got to watch a little bit of that as we were actually on our way up to Wake. But we can't really look at them and say, we're going to do what Cincinnati did. We have our own scheme. We have our own style. It'll be different.
As far as Wake, they were able to get 27 first downs. You guys didn't give up that many in your last two games combined. What have you learned from that in terms of taking away those first downs and, getting them off the field quicker?
We kind of put them in good situations with our first and second down, not being as productive as we would have liked to be. So they had manageable third downs to obtain. That's kind of our fault. That's something we have to go forward and fix.
When you guys saw Dalvin, Nate, and Terrence go down in the first quarter, was there any kind of pep talk or anything you guys had to say to yourselves to not kind of play apprehensively?
No, definitely not. It's always the next guy up. We're not worried about whoever's behind. We know whoever's going to step in is going to do a good job. but they wouldn't be.
You know somebody has to step up. Were you pleased to see the way guys actually did and responded when their number was called?
Yeah, I honestly wasn't surprised at all. It was pretty natural. I didn't feel any different out there, honestly.
Derwin looks like he's got a little something as an edge rusher. You like what you see out of him?
Definitely. He's having good success at that position right now, rushing the edge, trying to get after the quarterback, cause hurries. Hopefully he'll get some sacks and he can continue to have success.
Last season, Miami seemed like it was, on a roll in the first half, and you guys made some second half adjustments. What were some things that you guys tried to key on into in the second half to slow Miami down?
Last year?
Yeah.
I really don't remember. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't remember. I really don't. We just kept playing. And just, I don't remember.
Last year's team had just a little something in it where it was behind and always felt like it can come back. Do you feel like this offense, could get you guys back in a game if you guys are ever trailing?
Our offense?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We have full confidence in our offense. This team is different than last year's team, so I don't even really like talking about that or comparing it to that. We're totally different. That doesn't even matter.